Hey there guys, it's Anthony here from Cutting Edge Guitar, and in today's video I am going to tell you how you can play a guitar solo in any key. Let's get right into it. Okay guys, so first things first, where this question has come from. I've been asked this question by one of my Cutting Edge Guitar subscribers. If you want to get involved in asking me questions that I can answer here on the YouTube channel and you want to support my content, check out the members area at Cutting Edge Guitar. Also, I've got books, I've got downloadable lessons, advanced guitar courses, and all sorts of other stuff there that you can check out. But if you want to support the content here and ask me questions, the members area is the place to go. Okay, now that's out of the way, this question of how you solo in any key, I'm going to answer this in a fairly beginnery sort of way, and then I'll show you a few ways that you can expand on this if you're a more advanced player, so stick around. First things first, the basic soloing tool that any guitar player is ever going to use is the minor pentatonic scale. If you're watching this video and you don't know your minor pentatonic scale, you would really want to bone up on that real quickly, though I'm just going to go through the fingerings for it. So in the key of A, if you play E 5/8, A 5/7, D 5/7, G 5/7, B 5/8, and E 5/8. That is a shape that we would call the box 1 position for the minor pentatonic scale. I would imagine that most people watching this video would know that anyway, but if you don't, there it is. Now, a lot of guitar players will learn that scale shape, but what they won't learn is the next really important thing, and that is where the root notes live within that shape. Okay, so within that shape, I'm playing A minor pentatonic. How I know it's A minor pentatonic, it's not just about the shape, it's about knowing where the root notes, where the A's live within the shape. And they live here, here, and here. Once you know that piece of information, you can transpose or move this shape around to any other key. So let's say, for example, I was soloing over a song that was in F minor. What I need to do is match up the F's to look like that, to have that shape, that same relationship. Now, there will be another point where this falls down. If you don't know where the notes are on the fretboard, you've got another problem. You need to make sure you know the notes on the fretboard to be able to do this too. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this A form and move it to a place on the guitar neck where I will be playing F's. So if I go down to my first fret, I have an F here. So if I now do this, there's the F's. So I can now build that shape around those F's, okay? If my song was in G minor, it might be this song. If I want to solo around that, I need to reflect those G root notes on the guitar neck. So G here, 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 I can play that shape. And I've now got my basic soloing tool. So with that minor pentatonic shape, you can move that to any place that you want on the guitar neck and you'll be playing minor pentatonic in a different key. So knowing the notes on the 6th string is really helpful with this, because if you've got a song that's in E minor, all you need to know is where the E is on that 6th string and then play that shape. And then you can play guitar solo in that. Obviously from here, this is a developmental process. It's not just about knowing what the right notes are to play, it's also a case of having some vocabulary. So, you know, basic rock licks. So I could play those same things in any key. And that's how you change keys for different songs and different solos and all that sort of thing. That's the basic bare bones of how you would solo in any key using the most basic guitar soloing tool. But you change key like that for anything that it is that you want to use. So let's say that you learn something a bit more extravagant or expensive sounding. So when you start getting into arpeggios, you might want to use the sound of a major 7 arpeggio. Once you've learnt the major 7 arpeggio shape, as long as you know where the root notes are in it, which is the same because I'm using the same area of the neck, so A, I can now change that to C by just moving it up to where the C's are. Or E. Changing key on the guitar like that is really that simple, it's straightforward. Let's say if we got into a more exotic sounding scale, I might be using something called Phrygian dominant, which will sound like this. At that point, I've used a slightly different scale form. I haven't used the box form, I've used 3 notes per string, but my root notes would be here, here, and here within that shape. So all I need to do is take those root notes and reflect them to a different place. So let's say I want to play in D Phrygian dominant, I would now use these Ds, and now play that shape. And you just move up and down the neck like so. It works with any scale. Lydian pentatonics. My A is, so insert the shape. If I want to change that to C, I just move the root note. Dominant pentatonics. And then if I want to change the key to like G, anyone who plays the piano who's watching this video might be like, God, it's so easy to change key on the guitar. You just learn the shape and move up to where the right root notes are. It is that simple. One thing though, I've done everything in one particular shape, what we would call the position 1 shape for either the cage system or 3 notes per string. Something that you would want to do to have ownership of the complete fretboard is learn all of the different shapes of a scale. So what I've taught you in this lesson, the information here about where the root notes are, that will apply to all of the different shapes. So for example, that A minor pentatonic that I started off with has 5 different forms that move up and down the fretboard. Still A minor pentatonic. Still. All those different shapes that I'm playing are all A minor pentatonic. But what you need to do to be able to change the key with all of them is repeat that process. Find out where the root notes are and just move the root notes around on the neck and play your shape around those root notes. If you have enjoyed this lesson, please give it a like, share, subscribe. Come and check out Cutting Edge Guitar, where you can become a member and start asking me questions about what content that you would like to see. And also, if you want to see loads more lessons like this and really take it to the next level, go really in depth, I've got loads of advanced guitar courses, books, and all sorts of stuff at Cutting Edge Guitar that you can check out. Okay guys, that's it for this lesson. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.